Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How are we doing? Welcome to Mat Runs. Get my windows fixed up here. Noon hour. Good afternoon, if it happens to be afternoon or evening, your time. Mat Runs can be any time of the week or day. Or, well, yeah, any time of the week or day. Tuesdays is just when they reset. Okay. I'm gonna log. Well, am I? Let's chat for a second. Throw this over here. This over here. I got water. That's good. Hey, LaFera. Bill. Jack, Mario, Marissa, Victoria. How are you guys doing? Are these clean enough to wear? Do we have any game sound going on? Let's see. I was, and don't make fun of me for being late, but I was yesterday doing the... Is that coming through? Yeah, it is. The war campaign that was added, Nate 1, I guess, you know, where the stuff that leads up to the raid that I've already cleared on normal. And I had sound on for that because I didn't want to miss the dialogue. And I was really excited because the dialogue was really good in the first wing of it with all the Jaina stuff, but then there was no more, or at least I haven't finished it yet, but there was no more in the other wings I did. But I still had sound going on. Digging this shirt. Oh, thanks. This is the WoW, it's the WoW, drapey doodle, whatever thingy. I like it. It's cute. It's not warm. It looks like it should be warm. It's really just there to pretend like it's going to keep you warm. It doesn't do anything at all. I may swap to the also WoW themed but much warmer Alliance Fleece thing shortly. Okay, so before we get too far into I feel fancy. I like the grandma glasses with the purple hair. I feel like I can continue having purple hair even if I become grandma aged one day. So before we get too into WoW, I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about the fish and just kind of loop you in on what's been going on the last few days with him. So on the other window there, you can see he's kind of hiding behind his coconut shell. That's Fleta. He's our betta fish if you're new here. And he developed, sometime over the last week or so, a pretty large lump on one side. He's got an asymmetrical lump. It's near his stomach area, so he might be bloated, he might be constipated, he may have fluid swelling, or he may have a tumor. It's hard to know. I am treating it. I'm staying on top of it. We're going from least invasive treatments, and then if they don't work, we're working our way up to the more invasive ones if necessary. I'm hoping that won't be needed, and I do hope it isn't a tumor, because if it is, then he's just kind of doomed, and we just gotta kind of keep him comfy and make sure his home is all good. So he's still swimming around. I've been fasting him over the last couple of days because his stomach does look quite swollen, so I've been fasting him. I'm gonna try giving him a little fishy laxative tomorrow morning, and hopefully that helps. But that's what's up with him. So if he does take a downhill turn, then you've had some time to get used to the idea. I hope not. He's so pretty and he's been such a good fish. But hopefully he makes it through. He is royally mad at me right now because I haven't been feeding him for a couple of days to try and fast him to see if that's the problem. He is so upset. His tail had just finished recovering from when he ripped it up when I went away for BlizzCon. It was just back to full, and he's torn it again because he's just mad. He's real mad. So that's what's going on with him. Let's get on to a little bit of World of Warcraft. Hi, Hazel, fan from Delaware. Hi, Patricia. How are you doing? Hazel, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right. Sup, Ellipse? Seraphim. Good morning, Hazel. Sup, Brass Rose? So much purple. I'm just playing with my straw and I'm not drinking this tea. Good morning. Fish can get bloated. They can. A common cause of bloating and constipation in betta fish is if they eat too much, like if you overfeed them and it's dry food. Their food will swell up in size after it's been wet for a while, but the fish isn't usually known for waiting that long. So if they eat a lot of dry food, it can swell up in their bellies and make it hard to pass. That could be what's happened. I try not to overfeed him. I usually only give him a couple pellets a day, but I do feed them to him dry. So assuming that we can get him through this, I will definitely be switching to pre-soaking his food. I should have been doing that anyways, but I wasn't, so I will be doing that in the future. So before we get into Mat Runs, I got a Mythic Plus cache to open. My lovely guild invited me to a key run. Otherwise, I would not have gone. So let's see if we got anything good. I did a Waycrest 11 this week, and it was harder than I expected it to be. I didn't have a frame of reference for how hard it was supposed to be. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, what kind of a name is that? I don't even want to say that out loud, but I'm glad I have them because goodness, that's an upgrade. I'll be losing a gem slot, but I don't care because haste crit is pretty much perfect itemization for me. Crit haste would be fine too. I think crit and haste are pretty on par. But 30 item levels, I will take it. Thank you very much. Do I have an herbalism? I do. I like to carry the Culture and herbalism glove enchants just around with me so that I don't forget to upgrade when I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and disenchant those right away just so I don't accidentally put them back on with a saved set or anything like that. So with that out of the way, I feel like there were some other things I needed to do, but we'll start the mount runs. We got to get moving on those. So let's go Stormwind and we'll just fly south from there. You do not have good luck with Fleta. He's been doing real good recently. We had a rough start and we're obviously not doing great now, but he had a really good stretch. It's disappointing and it's frustrating because I really love him a lot. But hopefully he's just fine. He did not eat a snail. He hasn't been living with any snails recently. The last snail that he had in his tank was a Nerite snail back when we adopted Turd Snail. And Turd Snail ended up being moved to the big tank because Turd Snail kept escaping. And he does not escape for the big tanks. I'm assuming he just didn't like it in the small one for some reason, and that was why he was trying to leave. So I'm not putting any more Nerite snails in the 5-gallon. I just cleaned the algae myself. Morning, I'm on lunch break, and this is what I've been looking forward to all day. Good morning, Cameron. I hope you have an excellent lunch break. Relaxing and rejuvenating, and I'm flying the wrong way. All right, let's head down that way. Oh, Darkmoon Faire's up, and I saw online, and I think this has been true for a while, but the Darkmoon Faire profession quests, actually, you know what, we're going to fly right past there. Let's do it real quick. The Darkmoon Faire profession quests have been fixed so that completing them does give plus 5 points to a Kulturan or Zandalari profession. Before, there was a problem where they weren't giving you that when they overhauled the way that the professions worked, but I'm only Kulturan 53 enchanting because it's expensive and I don't need to make enchants. I can just buy them. It's way cheaper. But I would like to level it eventually, and if I can get points for free, then that's better. So I'm going to do this enchanting daily real quick. I made a void help because of you. Haven't caught a stream in way too long. Thanks for answering my question. Really appreciated it. I sent some Bulgarian teas I think you will like a lot. Hope you like it. Thank you, Chris. I need to get to the post office box. This week's a little bit nuts. I have my tax appointment this week, which I'm not looking forward to because my affairs are a mess. Everything's above board. It's fine. I just have to like find a million receipts and figure out categories that will make sense to not only my poor accountant but the IRS. But it should be fine. Hopefully I don't end up owing too much. I think I'm going to owe quite a bit. I've been making my quarterly estimated payments, but we overshot that a bit last year, so we'll see. Where am I going? I need the profession quest, so that would be... Also, it wouldn't hurt to do stuff that gives me Darkmoon whatever imajigs, because I still don't have that. Dirigible? Not a clue how to pronounce that word. I'm just going to do it both ways every time, and then you can't say that I was wrong, because I was also right. Unless I'm just missing it entirely. Where am I going? Enchanting. Enchanting, daily enchanting. Might be the first time I've seen Hazel excited at a chest gear thingy. I mean, it's the time of year to be, the time of the patch to be excited about them, because usually later on, after we've kind of got the heroic raid on farm, that kind of gear isn't really an upgrade anymore, although a 410 piece is still gonna be pretty good. Am I dumb? Where are they? This is just the archaeology thing, which I can still do. It gives prize tickets, so that's nice. There's one over here. If I was really looking to farm prize tickets, then what I would want to do would be to, what do you call it? We can pick up the cooking one if we want. There's the cooking and the fishing one. My fishing is max. I don't know about my cooking. Although that one says it's going to give me Legion cooking skill, so I don't know if I trust this. Maybe the headlines that I read were wrong. Oh yeah, so now is the only time in the patch really that gear is like a guaranteed upgrade, or at least a big one. I guess you could always get lucky. I don't mind running Mythic Plus, I just don't want to pug them. I only want to run them with my guild. So as long as they're doing them, I will hop in for one, but if they're not doing them anymore. Okay, I can't find the enchanting one. It's, like, I know what the quest is. You go and you pick up all the little extra bits of discarded gear around the campsite, and then you disenchant them and you give the person the dust. But where is the quest pickup for it? I don't already have it, do I? I haven't been here yet. Good luck on the mount hunt. May the RNG smile upon you. Thank you. I hope so too. It would be nice if we were able to move on. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm just dumb. Hang on. These are all dailies. I'm not looking. It should be a yellow quest exclamation, right? Because it's a weekly? Or, well, a once per evently. And wasn't it in the back? Because this is where, like, the first aid and the herbalism quests are. I don't have those. I mean, I have herbalism. Something's up, but I'm going to give up because I don't have time for this. And go move on to Gurub. We're trying Gurub. We're going to keep farming Mandakir to see if he will give up his reins of his armored Raptor. I think he just likes us. I think he just thinks that all of my characters are real cute, and he doesn't want us to leave him alone. I hope your fish gets better. Thank you. Me too. Isn't the roller coaster supposed to be in the Darkmoon Faire? 815, I believe. I think that's an 815 thing. It's going to go, like, over that way, I think. I don't know. But I could be wrong. It could be in right now, for all I know. It's, as far as I know, not terribly exciting. I'm sure it looks cool, but it's just another... You know the merry-go-round thing, the carousel, that gives you your Wii buff? It's just another one of those. Okay, well, my Seabraid Stallion is on my keybind because I felt like riding it, but it doesn't fly. Long forgotten hippogriff. That'll do. Are you going to do a Kulturan Shadow Priest? Probably not. I probably have enough Shadow Priests for now. I have to do a Kulturan ult of some sort so that I can have it at level 22 and, like, never level it. It should be I'm either going to do, well, I would do a Resto Shaman. They're just not, I keep hearing that they're not good, and that makes it hard to want to level one when all you hear about them is that they're real bad. And, you know, a lot of their healing, especially in raids, not that I'm raid healing anyways, I don't know who I'm kidding, but a lot of their raid healing involves your raid being stacked up. And having played through Battle of Desire lore, I can tell you that doesn't happen very much. The first stream I've managed to catch in forever. Hi, Hazel. Welcome, Krista. Saw your Instagram picture. Your hair is beautiful. I thank you. Darkmoon Race. The short one is bugged. The second post gives you an extra toll, so you can't finish it in 11 tolls. Ooh, that sucks. What exactly are you working on getting or doing the Darkmoon Faire? I wanted to do the profession quest. I wanted to do an enchanting profession quest, but I couldn't find it. So... that sucks. I found the secondary profession ones, but I couldn't find the primary profession quest up. And I definitely have not been there since the fair was up. I would remember. I would know. It's from the Null Lady who gives fortunes. Why didn't I see it then? The Soothsayer Null? Is your vanilla skill at 75? It won't be offered otherwise, I think. Oh, maybe that's it. Let's see. My skills. Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't even have vanilla skills trained. I used to. I wonder if I can buy one of those books that would give it back, because I had enchanting in this profession. I've had it for a long time, but I went through a phase early on in BFA where I was like, you know what? I want to do double gathering. So I just deleted my enchanting, picked up mining, got sick of that in like 4 days, and then picked enchanting back up. Not because I wanted to enchant stuff, but because I missed my bracer, my enchanter-only bracer enchant. The cooled her thing. Big fan of that. So yeah, I should probably see if I can... I know there's books that you can get to relearn, like, the Legion recipes that you missed or the BFA recipes you missed. I don't know if you can do everything, though. Anya the cosplayer, thanks for the super chat. Even though I'm no longer playing WoW, I still love your content, mostly your Almost Friday vlogs. Thank you. Glad you're hanging out. WoW will always be there for you if you decide to go back, and if you decide not to go back, that's all right, too. I've got the Panther, but not the Raptor. Same. And I am glad that I do have the Panther because it does make this run a lot shorter. Although, I guess it reduces our chances for overall excitement. On any particular and given run. Got the Raptor a few months back, still working on the Panther. How many mounts do you have in total, and which one is your most favorite? I have, like, total, apparently 413 according to my journal count. It's fewer that are actually usable in this character. I know it's under 400. But favorite is hard. It's really hard. There's different mounts that are good for different times and for different characters. I do come back to the Lucid Nightmare a lot, especially as a ground mount for my Shadow Priest, the purple unicorn horse for the secret finding thing, because one, I'm proud that I did that. I know it's not like a secret anymore, but it still took some doing. And secondly, it's gorgeous. Super, super pretty. So that one's up there, but I don't know if I can say absolute all-time favorite. It's the same thing with battle pets. I say a new one every time somebody asks me. I play Resto and love it, kicking butt in PvP raids. Well, I have fun. That's the only thing that matters. That is the only thing that matters. If you're having fun, then you're good. Then you're set. Mythic Jaina and Blockade ran 2 Arshamis, though. I have not been following Mythic comps, so maybe they're better than I thought. Maybe they're good. Maybe I should. Although, it's not like I'm going to be leveling 1 to do Mythic Jaina. That would be a plot twist. Okay, so that was no good. I'm going to Lunar Elder's Hearthstone right out of here. Get on my second character. No, we're not. I have one more surprise in this character before we move on. I saved something for you guys. Well, not for you guys. It's for me, but I saved it to happen when you guys are here. Kitty, you gonna come up here? You want to come say hi? Cat, come. Oh, well, now I've said that, you're not gonna, huh? You're such a cat sometimes. Method just killed Jaina, did they? Did they do it? Did they do it? I mean, I can't open their stream. But, super congrats to them. They've been, that was fast. That was, hang on. Wouldn't it be on my Twitter feed? It must be. My paladin switched over to mining, so my mining skill for this expansion is 150 and 0 across the rest. Yeah, I got that 150. Oh, they did it! They did do it! Congrats, people that are not here because they're busy. That's cool. Man. I wonder if Limit's pissed. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of walk our way over. Open my Mythic cache and got it back even though my back was already my highest item level. My condolences. The profession books to relearn skills only count for recipes learned, not the skill points, which I think is stupid. Oh. It would make sense if that was true. That does sound right. So, something else that I did yesterday but didn't cash in on yet is drumroll, or I was thinking of, if I ever get one of those Stream Deck things, I want to set up not like a soundboard, but a couple of on-call sound effects, and it would be nice if I had a few different drum rolls, because that's the only thing that we do on this stream, at least, is try for mounts. So, we could have a preluding drum roll, and it could be disappointment 144 times out of 145. But I have 764 7th Legion service medals, which means that we are officially able to buy the Moon Saber. I was thinking, I actually considered changing my mind. I know I've said that I don't want the ring because it's just a teleport ring and I have enough ways to get back to Borellos. But after BFA is over, I will have fewer because they're all tied to how short my Hearthstone cooldown is while in this continent. So once the expansion's over, I won't have those anymore. So it might be nice to have a teleport ring. Plus, the stats on it are sick. And I have a 365 ring on. So I'm thinking about that. But I am not thinking about it enough. Not thinking about it enough to not get my Moon Saber. So we're going to do this, and we're going to check it out. I was thinking about doing a video that's just, like, a couple of tips for farming those medals. Not that any of them are, like, a big secret or anything, but, be a fun thing. So there's the Moon Saber. Let's, I'm probably going to try and ride that to... because it flies. We're going to ride that to the dungeon. Check that out. That's a nice kitty. It's got like sparkle shoulders. I've got glaives. And if I was a long-legged race, then that glaive would be in danger of shaving my ankles. But, I'm a gnome. I'm safe up here. That glaive, I mean, that one might kind of like cut my hair a little bit, but we're good. I got a pouch on this side. I love how much detail they put into stuff like this. You've got buckles. The buckles are like, oh, I love it so much. Also, matches. Like, look at this. Look at my face. Look at my helmet, and then look at his helmet. Or her helmet. I don't know. I didn't check. Ooh, we match! Okay, I'm done. Moving on. Let's get on to the second character and try Manticore again. What do you do to get so many service medals so fast? See, maybe I should do a video that answers that question. The answer, basically, is just every invasion. as close as I can get, which is not practical for a lot of people because most people have jobs that they can't just like stop in the middle of the day to log on for an invasion. But the invasions do last for 7 hours, so often there is a window when you can get in. Did you ever feel bad about killing a raid boss, and which one was it? I know we didn't kill him, which makes me feel better about it, but I was not happy about fighting Megatorque. That's my king right there, and I was not pleased. Not pleased at all. Congrats, one snazzy kitty. Thank you. It hurts to see someone living out your dreams. You mean with method and limit, or with me buying a moon saber? Or you just really want purple hair? Because that's a valid dream to have. That's why gnomes rock. That's a beautiful model for a mount. I am so excited about it. And I'm still excited that I'm still gonna farm the medals, because like I said, I want the ring, and then I want the ring, I want the other mount, I want the pet, I want the toy, I want the rest of it. I wasn't even gonna go for the heirlooms, but I think I will, because like there's an heirloom that lets you bloodlust. That's so useful for leveling dungeons. Nobody ever uses it, and it's helpful, especially because lately, at least the last couple times that I've been doing leveling dungeons, they've been here. Let's set the Priestess's Moon Saber added as a favorite, so it can be in the random favorite rotation, and pop it onto our mount keybind. We can take a look at the flying animations. So, it does not sprout wings. It does fly. You have, like, streaks flying from the sparkly glowy moon, so you've got, like, some stars going on, but it does not actually sprout, like, full-on spectral wings like that one mount does that I can't remember at this particular time. Hazel, you're making me feel the need to start farming badges for that mount. You should. You should. At least it's not an RNG grind, you know? You do an activity that's going to give you badges, and it gives you badges. It's not like doubloons where maybe you get 7 and maybe you get nothing. You get your badges, you save up your badges, you buy what you want with your badges. It's nice. I don't think I would want every grind to be like that. I actually don't mind a mix of the RNG and the badge farming, but nice. You didn't fight him, you just watched a horde equivalent do it in a dream? I guess so. It feels the same to me though. It feels the same. So I'm gonna hop over here. It's an adorable top. Thank you. Do you have a salty title? If so, you got any tips? I do have the salty title, but I got it so long ago that I don't remember anything that was involved. Not a clue. Something about a lot of fishing. That's all I remember. It was a really realistic dream where you had agency. The Moon Saber will be available after BFA. I can almost, I mean, I can't, nobody can guarantee anything, but I can almost guarantee that. Yeah, it's just on a vendor. It's not a specific time-based challenge. I love when they run in the air like that. Oh, I should be riding, I shouldn't be being a bird. I should be on a saber. It's nice and, oh, it's got like, it looks like I'm on water. There's like little moon footprints in the air when you go straight. That's neat. Yeah, it's nice and stable. It's nice and steady. It doesn't weave around all over the place like a sky golem or a cloud serpent does. It's not huge, so it fits through doors and stuff, and it looks nice, and it's like nicely themed. It's one of the better Alliance-specific mounts this expansion. Not ashamed to say that my third favorite mount is the new pig mount Hogris. That's nothing to be ashamed of at all. I was gonna say it's the only pig mount in the game, so if you like pigs, that's your only option. But it did occur to me, we do have boar mounts. I'm sure that there is some significant difference between pigs and boars, but it's not. They're in the same category. I think. I need that cat. Isn't it awesome? Maybe I'll do a quick little tips video. But like I said, I've given you the tip already. It's just do as many invasions as you can. Make sure that you're doing all of your world quests. If your faction controls Darkshore or Arathi, you want to make sure that you go to that zone that you control and do your 5 world quests every day. You'll get 5 medals a day from that. You want to do invasions as often as you can. You want to get, it's like real cheap, so it's not a big deal. Grab a 7th Legion rep contract and just have that up whenever you're doing world quests. And then, basically, you get 20 extra coins every time you turn in a 7th Legion or honor bound if you're horde, which won't get you the cap, but there's a bat they have. You'll get 20 coins per Paragon rep cache, which you get it for every 10,000 rep, and that'll actually go pretty quickly. Because all of those Darkshore and Arathi World quests give you 7th Legion honor bound rep, all of the Invasion quest will give you 7th Legion honor bound rep, and then of course any other world quests that you have time for out in the enemy faction zone will give you the extra rep too. And then like missions, things like that. So just maximizing that rep gain, because you can get those caches pretty quick, and that was definitely a huge part of how many charms I got. And of course you want to do the war fronts when they're up, but that actually ends up being a fairly small overall percentage, because you just get so many from other stuff. The crawdad, oh yeah. Can you buy the crawdad? Can you buy Mr. Pinchy, or do you have to fish it up for that achievement? I don't remember. There is a Bloodlust heirloom. It's a trinket. So anybody can have it, which is pretty darn awesome. I want to get and make all of the jeweled panther mounts from Mop. Try to farm Ghost Iron Gore when I'm really grasping for things to do. I don't mind farming for Ghost Iron ore when I'm really grasping for gold from people like you that are trying to craft the Panthers. Let's see, we're gonna get back on that kitty, because today is kitty celebration day. And, oh no, I don't need to fly, I can hearth. That's right. They both give bacon. Hey Hazel, good luck today, and I love your new hair. Thank you. How long did it take? I don't know. How long's the patch been out? I wasn't going super hard right off the start. It wasn't until, I'd say, about 3 weeks ago, and that's an estimate. It wasn't until approximately 3 weeks ago that I started actually hitting as many invasions as I could. Not fond of the boar mounts. Do they have, so of the boars, I know a lot of them have, like, insane armor. Like, this thing, it's awesome. I'm kind of surprised I don't see more of these, because, like, look at that thing. You got skulls on the back of your wooden chair. There's big tusks. It's got, like a death mask, and it's, like, fell green, and it's got a tusk ring, you know? It's got, I guess it's the opposite of a piercing. But, you know, this thing's amazing. But they're all armored like that. Every single one of them has the faceplate. I'm surprised that they never released an unarmored version of it, because especially when your armor covers up the entire face. I never got the Saber Stalker's mount. Damn. The entire face of the animal. There's usually a pretty big call for an unarmored version of it, and they had the model, right? Like, that's a model in the game. Pretty sure. If you meet a pig alone in the forest, no big deal. If you meet a boar alone in the forest, RIP. I guess so, yeah. It's a good thing there aren't too many boars. Not fond of the boar mounts. I like medium mounts. Don't like huge mounts because they can't fly indoors. Yeah. Huge mounts are really cool for like 30 seconds. You know, you get them and you're like, wow, look at this core hound. You get on it in the main city and you're on it and you're like, wow, this is amazing. Look how big I am. And then you try and go somewhere, especially leaving. If you are leaving Borellis and you are heading west to like Hatherford and you just want to run there because you don't want to spend like 2 gold for or however many gold it is for a flight point to Hatherford. Like maybe you're trying to get to a pet battle world quest or something. You just try and run out the gate, right? That gate does not allow for big mounts. I can't even get through it on my Sky Golem or mechanized lumber extractor. I can't do it. And that is always the exact moment where I realize, you know what? This mount isn't worth it. If it doesn't fit through that gate, like heading west out of Borellis, I don't care anymore. And you can be banished to the mount journal. Good luck. Thanks, Amanda. What's your progress on VoD? My guild is stuck on normal Stonewall. Hang in there. You guys will get it. You guys will get it. We are 9 of 9 normal and 3 of 9 heroic. Yeah, we killed... Yeah, we're working on opulence, so we're 3 of 9 heroic. We killed the first 3. You have to fish him up. Ooh, that's rough. He took a long time. I don't remember how long, because it was a while ago that I did that, but I remember some long days. Long days. Why is there a Tortolan cam? Why not? Why not? There's a fishy in there. Look at my fishy. He's hanging out. He's having a sit. He's resting up. He's shy. Both of my tunes are broke. How about putting the kitty in your toolbar? I do. This button on the far right-hand side here that says B5, that is my mount keybind. I prefer to mount up with, B5 is on my mouse when I, like, flick my mouse wheel to the side. That's my mount up keybind. So I usually drag mounts over there, but I have to do it every time I change characters because they're all different. So let's go back. That's a no-go. How many tries did it take you before the Antoran Charhound dropped? Bummer, did not drop for me when Legion was current. I got pretty lucky with that one. It wasn't my first kill, but I think it was like my second or third. I definitely hit the jackpot there. I did not, there were some mounts that I didn't get before Legion ended. I did not ever get the Mistress Sassine mount, the extra worm. Rated her the entire duration of her tier, and then also did LFR on her for about half of that tier. Never dropped. But that's okay. It's kind of rare. Green ham and eggs. Hello, 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 all. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Or Stefan, whichever you prefer. Valfian mounts are very annoying with tight spaces. Yeah. Just got shark bait. Grats. Super jealous. Dang. All right, Moon Saber. Character number 3. There we go. I heard they just rebuffed Stormwall after the double nerfs energy gain increase. Oh, did they really? Oh dear. It's a good thing we killed it when we did then. Hopefully we can re-kill it this week. After, hopefully we can re-kill it after the rebuffs. A boar mount without the mask is something Tusk named. Oh, is there? Let's see. Tusk. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're 1000% right. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's the Rock Tusk and the Gore Tusk. How come I don't ride those? I mean, they're still real spiky, but, you know, they're spiky boys. And then those two. There's also the Gray Tusk. That's the... Oh, yeah, that's the Gorok one. Yeah, I definitely did not get everything from Warlords. I have a bad feeling this is going to be me with BFA. I'm going to finish BFA, and I will still not have a single one. Thought my cat was calling me. I don't have a single one of the zone drop mounts. I like the fish cam. Good morning, Hazel. Best of luck today. You always brighten my Tuesday mornings. Thank you, Haley. Still chasing the stupid camel figurines? You are a braver, and you have more... You are a braver. I English very good. You are braver and have more dedication than me. I looked at what was involved in that grind and said, no, no. That's okay. I have a camel. It was from a vendor. You know, he's cute. We're good. I'm set. We got the Sargeras worm first try. Didn't even know she dropped a worm. The B mount is not yet. Not yet. Believe me, you will know. You will know when there's a B mount. You will see them everywhere. And I will probably tell you. Wondering if anyone can give me some advice on using TSM whenever I go to post items, mainly transmog. It won't undercut. Instead says posting at normal price. Any idea why? If it says posting at normal price and not undercut, that should mean, unless something's gone wrong, but that should mean that there is not another item of that exact item up. Like yours is the only one of that particular specific exact item on the auction house. And that's why it's posting my normal price rolls. It'll only undercut if there's something to undercut. I have the ZG mounts already, not the original one, but the 2 available today. I do not have the original one either. I probably never will. I think it's still available in the black market auction house, but I am not flush enough with nerd cash, as we like to say. Well, just me. I'm the only one that says that. I'm the only one that... No, hang on. How do I say that? I can't say I'm broke, but I'm too broke to go buying Gurub tigers on the black market auction house. I don't know how much they go for, but I imagine it's a lot. It's gotta be a lot. Other things I wanted to mention to you guys today. I am changing my mind on my rather silly decision. Well, silly in retrospect. I had some logic, but I've changed my mind on it. Of not publishing the stream VODs. They're just too hard to find. And it's not like... there's only 2 of them a week. It's not like overrunning my channel. So I'm just going to go back to doing them the same way I always have. So no stress. The other ones are available, and I won't be relisting them because I don't want to have like 8 of them come out at once. So those are still available in the Hazel's live stream VODs playlist. If you want to catch up on the stream VODs for the last week or 2 when I've been attempting to not publish them, but I'm going to go back to doing it the old-fashioned way because it was an idea, and I've changed my mind. Just went back to my garrison and built a dwarven bunker for the Stormwind Guard helmet. Found the necessary item in less than 30 minutes. Nice. Why am I dead? I'm in pain. Something else that I did this week. I I actually, surprisingly enough, managed to go and finish collecting all the Lunar Festival stuff. I went around, it took me like 6 or 7 of my alts, because I didn't really want to farm more than 50 at the most on one character. Most characters I only farmed like 25 or 30 coins on. But I have all of the Lunar Festival appearances. I got all of the flower crowns, I got all of the suits and the dresses, and then I also got every single last one of the Lunar Festival toys. So I'm caught up there. I'm actually 383 toys collected now. So we only need another, what, like 17 more, and then I can have my Brutus. Hi Hazel, we love your videos. What is the name of your cat? Greetings from Holland. Hi Joyce. My cat is named Kira, Kira, but I almost never ever call her that because we only have the one cat, so I can usually just go cat, and then she ignores me because she's a cat, but we usually just call her cat or kitty. Also considers different item levels of the same item as separate items. Yep. And things like sockets and warforging, which again is different item levels, but things like sockets can throw it off too if it's like if it's an epic. How many tries you got on rarity for the raptor? I will find out when I kill it this next time. I didn't check before. It may also be underestimating it a little bit because I vaguely recall that when I started having rarity track these kills, like when I downloaded rarity, it started at 1, and I had definitely done some farming for it before that, but it wasn't counting it, I think. I might be mistaken. Rarity can pull stats from before you installed it, but only if those stats are available in the statistics pane, I think. So, like, invincible kills, like Lich King kills, are stored in that pane, so it can retroactively track your tries at invincible, but I don't think it can do this guy. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm like 82%. If we're gonna estimate a number. Sounded a little crackling. Maybe there's audio problems. It is peaking a little bit. Let me turn it down. At least so far, and I don't want to jinx it, but so far we've been good on the camera freezing. I think the reason why that was happening was because I was accidentally streaming at 4K, which the camera is not equipped to keep up with. I don't know why it bothers my Sony camera and not my Logitech one, because the Logitech one's not, well, I guess it does have, I mean, it's not coming through at 4K either, but the camera definitely wasn't having that, so hopefully it's better now that I've fixed my errant setting. So that was attempt number 138 according to rarity. There may be more. In any case, we're overdue. It's supposed to be a 1 in 100 drop rate. Hopefully any minute now. Is the Lunar pet worth it? I got all the toys, but I don't know if I want to gather for the pet if it isn't worth it. Depends on what you mean. Depends on what is worth it to you. Like, I think all of it's worth it because I'm not a completionist. I'm not gonna drive myself crazy trying to get everything, but especially with holidays where it's only available for a couple of weeks and the stuff is fairly easy to obtain during that time period, I would rather just get it and then have it for my total collection total, like my overall number. So that's why I try and get every toy and every pet whenever possible, just so I can have more of them. My cat's name is Kira too. Can't decide whether I should play a hunter or a mage. They're both fun, but I want to stick to one. Go mage. Hunters are cool because their pets are cute, but like stable organization is a pain in the butt. Pet AI is a pain in the butt. And mages can port everywhere. You know, picking the mage is just the mentally tidier choice. You will have just a better overall quality of life. Both great classes, but if you gotta pick one, I would do mage. I still do not have BFA subscription for WoW. Hi Hazel, finally got midnight today. Congrats, Monique. I am late on the priestess mount. I am not the first person. I am far and away. Like, people had that weeks ago. You can get it pretty, well, not quick, but you can get quite a lot of medals if you go like in. I didn't even go as fast as possible because, like, if you really wanted to maximize it, you would do, I mean, if you wanted to maximize it, you would do every world quest with a 7th Legion contract. If you wanted to, before diminishing returns, maximize it, you would do every world quest on the enemy faction continent. And if you were just me, you would just do every invasion, as, you know, within reason. I didn't do the ones that were like midnight to 7 a.m. But the every invasion and every Warfront Zone World Quest, and then of course every time the Warfront comes out. My cat's name is Sophia, Mally, and Elsa. Those are such cute names. Cats are named Kira and Milo. My puppy's name is a loon. Her eyes are as blue as a blue full moon. A loon is a beautiful name for a puppy. Now I want to do mount runs. It's a good way to start a Tuesday. It's nice, relaxing. Goes nicely with a good cup of tea or coffee or whatever you're into. This is the first expansion I actually have the ability to play through completely, and I'm really enjoying it. I am super up on BFA right now. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been finding myself, like, procrastinating things I should do to play WoW, because there's just, like, you know, there's stuff that I want to keep up with, that I'm enjoying keeping up with. I really like the amount of things that I'm doing every day, because I can get through it. I don't feel like I'm stressed trying to, like, get all of my world quests done, or get all my emissaries done, or my pet world quest, but I feel like it's a good amount of rewardingness to time invested, for me at least right now. Plus I am in love with the raid. Real excited about getting back in there tomorrow. And I need to do some more PvP. All the toys, all the pets, all the mounts. Exactly. I see you are a person of culture. Also, all of the mage specs are viable for DPS. Exactly. And then even if one of them ends up being bad one tier, like, the odds of every single mage spec being bad is nothing. There is no chance. It's never happened. Has it? Has there ever been a tier where all mage specs were awful? Because, I mean, usually there's one that's not great. Or sometimes there's one that's not great. But there's usually something you can do. First heroic raid night today. My GPU just died. I am so sorry. That really sucks. My first ever character in WoW was an undead mage. Died so many times, switched to a rogue, never played a mage since. Depending on how long ago that was, it may be a very different world. It's a whole new era. Although they are still a little squishy. 9 of 12 class mounts, it's not that bad. I only play my mage whenever I feel like getting squished 1,000 times. Needless to say, I suck at maging. My cats are named Nova and Pulsar, like the stars. That's a really cool setup, too. I love, like, brainstorming pet names, but I don't use them. Like, I guess with dogs. Like, dogs, because they know their name. If you name your dog, you're going to actually use your dog's name. But naming cats and fish is really more for you than the animal. The cat might know their name, and maybe they're comforted by their name, but it's not like they're going to, you know, do too much about it. You can train cats to some extent, but it's not the same. And then naming fish is purely for your own benefit. But yeah. My cats are brothers, Sega and Atari. Finally got my Lucid Nightmare mount. The maze was a pain. Went through it the first time. Forgot to click the scroll. Oh no. Had to do it again, but I got it. I love it so much. Congrats, Caroline Rose. Now you're real good at the maze too. Like, you'll never need to do it again. But if there was somehow a glitch in the universe and you did have to do it again, now that you've done it twice, you're good at it. You've learned. You've grown. You've leveled up. You've ascended. Played mage since vanilla. Can't say it's ever been bad. There's usually one spec that endgame raiders play more. Yeah. That's concurrent with my experience. Frost is most well-rounded. Fire is decent. Arcane is only good in single target. The only patch that I ever played a lot of mage was I think it was early Cataclysm. It was real dumb, but I played Arcane Mage back when Arcane Mage was just press Arcane Blast, and that was kind of it. There was like one or two other buttons that you would maybe use if you had to move, but the whole way to do crazy damage was to just mash Arcane Blast, and I loved that spec. It was the dumbest thing ever. It was was it Heimal? Heimal was Warlords. I thought it was Cataclysm. It was whenever that spec was a thing. It was a single button spec, and I loved it. I hope that doesn't say anything too bad about me. Hazel, I'd like to start doing PvP. Which class is the best to start with? Depends. Well, first of all, let me just say, I'm the wrong person to ask. I am pretty casual when I PvP, and I am not up to date on the meta and comps and whatnot. So I would say it's going to depend on whether or not you, like, Battlegrounds and Arena are fairly different setups, and something that is very popular and very good in a Battleground setting may be harder to play in Arena. You should pick pretty early whether or not you want to heal or DPS. I find that you have an easier time getting into groups as a healer They are more needed, but they are also widely berated, and your role is very crucial. If you are DPSing poorly, then you might lose the game, but it's not as clearly obvious that it's your fault as if you're healing poorly and people die, well, then the game's over. So you got to decide if you want to heal or DPS, and then I would recommend checking out some PvPer streams. I know Botar's been back to streaming again. He would know. I don't know. All right, that was attempt number 140, and that was no dice. We call both of our cats Pose, like Kitty. I like that. Our cats know their names, they just don't care. Sparta? P. Smith? Or is there a way to pronounce that? Rosen? My dog Giacomo is as smart as a bag of hammers. I've never heard that expression before. Smart as a bag of hammers. I like it, though. I finally got my Void Talon last night at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep after. I was so excited. Grats, Sylphine. I bet. Like, what do you even do? Do you just get back up and just do other things? Just pretend it's tomorrow? Kitties are Shamrock and Clover. You guys have such adorable matching cat names. I have a light-haired cat named Aurora, Goddess of Dawn, and a dark-haired cat named Andromeda, Goddess of the Night. So dramatic. How is your progression this raid tier? 3 of 9 heroic, 9 of 9 normal. Funny thing is, when Kira and Joker see Hazel, they just call her food dispenser. That is not true. They have food dispensers that are robots. The dog thinks that I am a walk dispenser, which is equally as unappreciative, but he sees me solely as a means through which he can go outside. And then the cat sees me as a nap buddy, mostly. Like, I am a potential lap. I'm not a very good lap. I curl up too much, and I move too much. She prefers sitting on my husband's lap because he just sits still more than me. But we are high-ranked nap buddies. We're very good at having very cute and very cuddly warm naps together. But yeah, they get fed by robots. It's great. I read an article about how cats can understand their own name but are not bothered enough to respond to it. Hi Hazel, have a great day. I've been enjoying BFA the last few days. It's actually pretty fun. Thank you. Headphones on 1 ear, then you sniffled and it made me uncomfortable. Oh. Apologies. Hazel, I used to play Fire. In BFA, I've been blowing up other people's DPS with Arcane. Hello, am I? Lights up, Sean. You're only late if you feel late. Fashionably on time. The first time I did the Endless Hall Maze, wow, I can't drive with one hand. I'm trying to, like, drive with just my thumb right now, and it's rough. The first time I did the Endless Hall Maze, it took almost 3 hours, and the second time it was just about an hour. I would say you're pretty good at it. Not currently taking applications for a WoW wife. I appreciate the offer, though. Very, very flattered. Watching this on YouTube. Are you streaming this elsewhere? I want to see you answering questions I can't see. I am on YouTube. I am only on YouTube. And I am answering questions from chat, which is the thing that you found because you chatted. So I would direct you to what you're missing, but I've gotten confused. Thoughts on the prop pelly nerf? To be quite honest, don't keep up with prop pellies. I don't know what they nerfed, and I don't know. I can commiserate though. How dare they nerf them? I'm sorry. I am not currently streaming on Twitch. It's a long conversation. We have it every couple of days. Took me 200 attempts each for the ZG mounts. I feel your pain right now. Ooh. What is your least favorite fight in VoD? Mine would be Rastakhan. For some reason, I find it really boring. My first instinct is to agree with you, but before I say that, I'm gonna double check the list. Yeah, either Rastakhan or maybe Conclave, but I think I hate Rastakhan more. Conclave is fine. It's just kind of formulaic, and it doesn't... I don't know. I hate it when there's just, like, ads and from everywhere. I don't like having to spin my character that much just to, like, get a dot on everything. So, having everything... It just feels kind of messy. But it's fine. It's a fine fight. Rastakhan, I am with you. I don't like it, and it's because it's too... I don't know. I would say too long, but it's not... It is too long. Well, is it? It's like... It's as long as it needs to be for a lore character of that significance. I don't know if I can articulate what I don't like about that fight. Missed half the stream. Floyd here now. What's up, Birchie? How you doing? I have too many cats to list. Two Bengal brothers named Hanzo and Genji. What's your experience with Bengal cats? They're adorable looking, but I've heard that because they're closer genetically to wild cats, they are slightly less domestic and more prone to behavior issues. Hey Hazel, what can someone do these days in WoW? I'm bored. Give me suggestions. You can farm 7th Legion or Honor-Bound Service medals to get yourself some sweet mounts. Where is the cat? Under my desk. In kind of concerningly in my rat's nest of cables down there. She's like, I guess she's behind them, and she's like pretty forward in them. She's loafed back under my desk. There is no way on earth I can get her out right now from there. She would absolutely get caught on something. Hi, I'm Hazel. What's up, skater? How you been? I love your glasses. I have the other ones you recommend. Do you have a link for the ones you're wearing right now? I will grab it for you. Let's see. Does the last boss in that place drop something too, or is that my imagination? So the last boss, I think, is just like transmog, but there is a second mount from the Panther boss. And I'm not running that one because I do already have the Panther. Drop rate for the ZG mounts, I think, is 1 in 100. Not 100% sure of that, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can find them. They have so many styles. Where's this style? I guess I could find them in my order history, too. Nope, those are blue. That's weird. These ones? I'll give up in a second here. This is why I need to fix up my Amazon store. Yeah, no, I can't find it. I'm sure they're up there, though. They're gamma ray gaming glasses from Amazon. They should be no more than $20 at most. I think they were like 15 or 16. Should I level up Pally or a Warlock? It's really up to you. Those are very, very different classes stylistically. I did hear about Method's World first. Hi, Hazel. What's up, Abdul? How you doing? You remind me of the character Valerie Cherish. I don't know who that is. Hazel, you the best. Do you think 815 will be released in February? I want my Cult Tyran. February's a long month, but I would guess March. I think we have another month still. Yeah. Last I checked on the PTR, and this was a bit ago, so maybe I'm out of date, but last I checked the PTR, they were still having some issues with the Cult Tyran models, which I'm sure they're still working on. So I'm gonna guess March, sometime in March. Could be February. What mount took you the longest to get? How many runs? I don't know. We were in... I don't really keep track. I should. I mean, obviously Rarity tells me. I wonder if there's a place I could look that up in Rarity. Mounts. Like, I'd have to click through. Obviously, we're at 141 on the Rizashi Raptor. I don't know how to sort this. There's probably an add-on that would tell me. Did you get a mount yet? I got a mount at the beginning of the stream. It didn't drop exactly. I purchased it from a vendor, but check out my sweet priestesses. Hang on, I'm in combat. I have to show this troll what's up. I'm having issues. It's a hard game. Check out my sweet priestesses moon saber. Ah, yeah. Hi, yeah, bud. If she was played by Lisa Kudrow, I'm 100% behind that. I don't know. I don't know if we can fly an 815. I don't remember. I should find out and then learn that fact, because that comes up every now and then, and I don't know. My instinct says 8-2. I don't think we can fly an 815. 8-2. 8-2 sounds right. Super snow day today. Seattle was buried under 12 feet of snow. We got a little snow around here, actually. It's been a little snowy around Portland. I had a winter wonderlandy walk with this morning with my dog. he looks really cute in the snow because, you know, he's like a tiny husky, so you can just imagine him pulling like a tiny sled. It's adorable. And he's like prancing all over the place and sniffing everything. But it occurred to me while oohing and awing over how cute my dog was, prancing and sniffing in the snow, he prances and sniffs anyways. He would do that regardless of whether it was snowing or raining or whatever. He's just so excited to be outside. That's the only thing he wants in his life. And he's like equally happy. So he enjoyed the snow, but I don't know if he enjoyed it more than normal. I enjoyed it though because I wanted to like look up and enjoy the view of all the trees and like the fields and stuff like that because that's really pretty. But you know, it's freezing outside and the way was slightly treacherous. It wasn't super frozen and icy, but there were definitely patches of ice that I wanted to be careful about. So I was going a little slow and keeping my knees bent and keeping my weight over my feet. And looking down a lot because I wanted to keep an eye on my footing so I didn't face plant, which I managed to successfully avoid. Go me. So I was looking down more than anything else. But that was kind of nice too because there's all of these footprints in the snow. And you can see, well, this person has giant boots and this person has weirdly tiny boots and this person must be a little kid. And then there was big dog footprints and little dog footprints. And then there was bunny footprints. I found there's a certain place where I know a bunch of rabbits live, and you could see like the little bunny footprints going back and forth across the road. And then there was also some bird footprints from probably like a crow or something. It was like the little three-pronged bird footprint. That was cool. And the one time, well, not the one time, I'm sure I looked up more than that, but I saw a bird that I want to identify. And I'll probably try and Google it after the stream because it's not that interesting to watch me look off at another monitor trying to figure out what bird I saw. But it was like a bird of prey of some kind. And I got a pretty good look at it because it was on a tree that I walked underneath and it didn't leave. So I was able to like turn around and look at it when I was on the other side of it. And it was like, it's a bird of prey. It was probably forearm sized. So like maybe a bit bigger than that. Maybe forearm sized with the hand. So like, 1.5 feet, 2 feet long, head, beak to tail probably. It had dark feathers on the back, and then its chest was like a mottled white gray, and it had a white. Oh my camera! No, don't do that. I thought we were friends. I thought we were good. I'm deeply frustrated. Oh no. Oh, I so hoped we were past that. Oh well. Yes, and it had a white feathery collar, so I want to find out what that was. It's like some kind of a hawk or a falcon, but I can't just say it's one thing when I don't know. I don't want to misspecies this bird, so I need to look it up. I don't think we will in 8.2 either. Check Wowhead to make sure. Wowhead says flying is coming in 8.2. Blizzard, they said 8.25. 30 minutes from Seattle and got maybe 2 inches. Have you ever used all the things? I've been having some issues with it. Lagging my skills. I'm trying to search an option for it. I have used all the things in the past, but I got rid of it. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. Love your hair. Thanks, Macy. Hey, Hazel and chat. Up, Neo Venom. Darkshore mount drops reset when the zone flips over. You get, I believe, 1 chance every time your faction gets the zone back again. So, like, 1 full zone cycle, they'll reset. So the exact duration will depend on how quickly the zone flips over. But it takes a bit. Thank you for the boss fight videos. I don't have the attention span for the longer ones, and yours have helped me a lot. Thanks for watching them, George. I tried getting Ball, but I don't have Una. You do gotta get Una first. Okay, last Mount Run attempt. Let's see what we can do. It was probably another duck. It was not a duck. And maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you're smart enough to know it wasn't a duck, but it was hanging out with ducks. It was acting like a duck. It was quacking like a duck, and it was swimming with ducks. How was I supposed to know it wasn't a duck? Oddly upset. No, I specifically fixed the 4K thing because that's what I did some Googling, as one does when they begin to troubleshoot an issue, and that was one of the things it could have been. So I was like, oh, well, that's it. My camera just can't keep up. And my output streaming is rescaling. It is streaming at 1920 by 1080. I can adjust my... The problem is it happens so infrequently. Like, we had it happen for the first time after an hour. So it's really hard to troubleshoot for because it doesn't show up right away. I might look into the way I have it connected to my computer, because the thing that was causing my, I think at least, the thing that I was causing the fish camera to stream was because there was not enough power being supplied through the USB cable. But this thing isn't powered by the USB cable. It's powered by its own battery. I have entered too many instances lately. That's right. We're running 11 characters. Again, because my Death Knight has retired from his Dark World Arena doing, because I realized that even if I get that achievement on my Death Knight, it's not going to count. I need it on my Priest. My Priest got the other 3. And I don't think that it would count. It might, but I read something that said it wouldn't. So I need to do the Dark World Arena on my Priest. Sounds like a peregrine falcon. Let me look that up. Let me look it up and see if that looks right. I didn't take a picture of it, but I have an image in my mind. Peregrine falcon, Oregon. Is that it? Dark feathers, and it was kind of roughly. Yeah! Unless there's another one that's like that, but that does look like it. These ones look slimmer. This one was like thick. This was a thick falcon. I'm gonna hop on to my mage and see if we can find any world bosses up. How many mountain battle pets do you have? 1,000 and something battle pets, like 1,010, 11, 14, something like that. Flag. We're okay now. Yeah, I can reset it. Oh, it's up. I can reset it. It's not a big deal, but I wish I didn't. I shouldn't. It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. It's infuriating that it can work perfectly fine. It's not overheating either. It's barely even warm. I don't know. I'll look into it. Hazel, I got the Astral Cloud Serpent today. Congrats, Kevin. How's it going? Going all right, Tristan. How are you? My initial thought is a peregrine falcon, but that's just a guess by someone who tried to search it online. It does look a lot. It does look like that. Unless there's something else that's like that, but thicker. It was darker from the back than these ones look like, but it was also kind of backlit by the sun because it was above me. So, it was definitely... that would have made it appear darker. I think that's what it was. That's cool. Aren't those like the really fast ones? I want to know more about them now. That's neat that I can just find them nearby. Broad wing hawk. Let me check that out. Broad wing hawk. I love that you guys are willing to help me ID birds. Also similar. It doesn't have the collar though. This one had a very distinct band of white feathers that these hawks that I'm looking at do not have, that the peregrine falcon had. It had a white collar. Thank you, Hazel. Just got the raptor. Grat Silent Storm. I'm somewhat jealous. Swainson's hawk? Let's see. I think it's the peregrine falcon. I think we got it. Swainson's hawk. You guys are so cool that you will sit here with me and help me ID birds. Nah, definitely the peregrine falcon. That's neat. I have a horde character. I have been leveling it a little bit. That rhymes. It's like 2 steps away from being a rapper there. I've been leveling my horde character a little bit. I wouldn't say that I play it though. I definitely don't identify as horde. Thick falcon. What's the war mode bonus this week? No idea. That's somebody else's game. That's not for me. We get hawks in our yard. They're mean. How do you get Una? There's a quest line to upgrade your Una. Getting Una originally, though, I actually have a video about that. I do have an Una video. Back when I used to actually make guides, I made one for her. She is from the Many-Faced Devourer, which is a Argus rare that you summon by getting some stuff from around Argus, and I do have a guide up for that. Falcons puff up in the cold for installations. They can appear way bigger than they are. That might be why. It was definitely cold. It was below freezing out. Thick with like 4 C's, man. One of my bunnies are having babies any day now. I'll name one of those after you too, since we already have Hazel the silky chicken. You have the cutest animals. It could be a common buzzard, thicker than the falcon. Let's see. Common buzzard. These also have to be things that exist in the Northwest. Now, it doesn't have the collar. The collar was very distinct. That is a thick bird, though. That is one thick birdo. I like birds. I love your guides on YouTube, by the way, Hazel. Thanks, New Venom. I gotta make some more of those. I got a little behind yesterday. I thought I was gonna be able to work most of the day, but I had some dental work done in the morning, and I was a little out of it for most of the day. It wasn't too bad, but they did freeze me up pretty good. I had a really unflattering and dumb moment. I got home, right? And I'm really thirsty, and I was gonna take a nap to try and let some of the anesthetic wear off. And I figure I'll drink some water. So I like get some water from my water bottle, and then it just like half of it just like pours out of my mouth. Just like onto the floor, because I was incapable of fully closing my mouth because like the whole half of my face was completely frozen. And then I had this moment of like, well, what did I think was gonna happen? Oops. So I just gave up and had water when I woke up. But I can't even blame that on the anesthetic. Like I should have known that that was a thing. Why did I think I could keep water in my mouth? Young Nutty making a comeback. Millennial Falcon. I have one max level horde because I wanted Blood Elf Heritage Armor and horde pets, but I almost never play her. I too want horde pets. Getting an upgrading unit isn't difficult these days. Not completely related to bird watching, but there's an app out there that can help you try to identify certain plants if you take a picture of them. I had one that was like that for birds, but it wasn't very effective. The plant thing would be kind of neat though. I had a very short bird watching phase. It wasn't really bird watching. It was like bird watching / photography. Because it was a lot of work to try and identify different birds. I definitely didn't want to like get into the mindset of there's a bird that might live near me, and I didn't want to like go hunting for it. Not hunting obviously, but like looking for it and then being disappointed if I couldn't find one. Because I feel like having a failure state would make bird watching not fun for me. I would rather just like try and figure out which ones that I could see were. But I went through a phase where I was like taking my camera out and I got like a telephoto lens and I was trying to do photography of them. But I could only get really good pictures, or I could only get decent pictures, not good or anything, but I could only get decent pictures when I was able to get pretty close to them anyways, because a telephoto lens isn't going to get you, or at least the ones that I could afford, were not going to get me close enough to get nice photos of a bird that was still like, you know, a huge tree away from me. So I could only get the ones that would like be friendly. Took some duck pictures. I wish we could buy heirloom upgrades with service medals. You can be jealous of the raptor. I'm super jealous of Invincible. What class do you think will be the most fun for Zandalar trolls? Can't decide on a druid, a shaman, or a mage? Ooh, depends on what you like to play, but the druid forms are so cool. I think that's going to be up there. You can be a dinomancer. Not even with a noodle? Not even with a noodle. What with a noodle? Northern Harrier. It has a white color. Let's see. No, definitely not that. Cool though. Super cool looking. I wonder when this guy's gonna be up. Maybe I can get my maybe we can do our warrior, our last run now. Hi Hazel, nice to catch you today. Sup Teria? The only bird watching we do at our house is the cats glaring through the windows at the bird feeders set out of the yard for their amusement. I would love to do bird feeders one day. Some houses that I walk by have like really gorgeous setups that have like an assortment of bird feeders. And I love that because especially if you can see them from your window, you can just hang out. My grandmother's house used to have that too, actually. She used to have bird feeders in her yard, and you could just like sit at the kitchen table and look at birds at the window. She had a pair of binoculars and then this little bird lookup book, and that was really fun. So I'd like to do that one day. Interested in druid form, both Zandalari and Kulturans? Hello, Hazel. Hello, Roger. How are you? I've collected 220 of 243 garrison followers. You may be the greatest of them all. I don't know anybody that's still doing that. I think the new dual class will be bad. Dual class. What do you mean dual class? Dual class. I'm having such a rough day, and I forgot you were going to stream today. Glad I'm not thinking about it anymore. And on a light note, I unlocked the Lightforged Draenei yesterday. Grats, Macy. Eurasian hobby? Well, now I'm just Googling birds. This is like when we try to figure out what... Sorry, Eurasian hobby. It's like when we tried to figure out what the purple cat was. Closer. Not quite, though. Not quite. Maybe. Also, I don't think that's local. The speckled front on the bird that I saw looked exactly like the speckled front of the peregrine falcon because it had like, I'll look this up again so I can see. It had like it was like almost in bands. It was very horizontal. Sandalari Paladin or don't play at all, TBH. Are you planning to race change any characters to Culturan Human? I guess I could just like race change my I guess I could just race change my oh, we're not allowed in yet. I could just race change my like my shaman or something, but it's not like I really play my alts anyways aside from using them to run through this stuff. So I would probably rather make a new one because I have the character slots on the server. I'd rather just make a new one. Level it eventually, you know, one day. I have a feeling that you like purple. Purple's good. I also enjoy pink. Blue's nice. Sometimes oranges. I liked orange a lot as a kid, but I think that's just because orange is usually a good sign on any kind of candy that the flavor is going to be good. You know, sometimes purple flavors are weird. Sometimes blue flavors are weird, but like an orange flavored candy or juice or something like that, almost always safe. You're almost always pretty well off with like a nice orange flavored whatever. So that's why I liked that color as a kid, but then I grew up and realized it's not very flattering to wear, at least for me. I say today is Raptor Day. We only got one more chance, Lynn. We only got one more chance, and it won't let me in for a little bit. So I'm waiting for this thing to spawn. By the time that this spawns and then I kill it, I should be able to go do my last instance. I did not catch the Janie kill. No, we were streaming. I was here. I love bird feeders. Squirrels are a menace. I have heard that. I don't know how the people around here keep the squirrels away too, because we have a squirrel problem here. They're everywhere. Hi, how are y'all doing? What's up, Bidumsy? I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing? Hello? You're awesome. Love your WoW content. Thinking of returning. Checking my account has been banned. No idea why. Should I start new? I would try to find out at least why, because there could be an account security issue. So I would ticket and try and get some information. They may or may not be able to help you, but I would try and figure out why. If it is an account security thing, then make sure that if you do end up with a new account, all new passwords, stuff like that, make sure you have two-factor authentication, like get an authenticator. Because if you were completely above board before you left, and you were gone for a long time, and you came back and your account was just suddenly banned, there's a good chance that somebody hacked it and then did something bad on it. And they may not be able to help you. What tea did you have today? This is my rose-scented tea. I'm feeling extremely feminine today. I'm just princesses and mermaids everywhere. It's very, very floral. And I didn't like it at first. It was too much. But now that I've gotten used to it, I'm all about it. Culture and Heritage Armor. I like leveling allied race alts from scratch for the Heritage Armor. I want to play a Naga. Gilblins being playable is a weak expectation. And thoughts on the new Mechagon. Naga would be cool. I don't think they'll do Gilblins. I don't think there's enough of a demand for them, especially because people barely play Goblins. Mechagon sounds cool. Mechagon sounds neat. Hazel, do you think we're going to get a BlizzCon this year? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that the years of them skipping BlizzCon are behind them. They've got too many, they're bigger, they've got too many big things going on, and it's just a pretty big thing for them. I could be wrong. They could skip one, but I don't think so. I think we'll get one every year from now. I race changed 2 characters in Horde side, made my Tauren Druid into a High Mountain Druid since I had 2 Tauren already. You know what I can do, actually? I can do this stream setup just until the boss spawns, because we're just like looking at an empty thing, waiting for that to happen. So I'm gonna actually be back in like 45 seconds. And in the meantime, Flood can stream. There he is. didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. I was a little worried about that. I was considering if it spawned and then somebody killed it while I was gone. How many mounts do you have? I have 413 total, yeah. But for collections, for what counts for the achievements, we're at 362. So we're a little ways away from the Frenzied Fell Talon. I do have the Hulan mount. I got that back during the Timeless Isle. Squirrels make an awesome stew. Oh dear. You pull off grandma glasses, you can wear orange. I'm of the opinion that you can wear whatever you want if you feel good in it and you're not traumatizing anybody. You know, you should probably put on clothes. It's a good start. But I think if what you're wearing makes you happy, and it's what you're wearing makes you happy, you should wear it. Sometimes the state makes me wear an orange jumper. We had an orange county here that was sour. That would be a betrayal. That would be upsetting. Had the best experience helping a falconer at Medieval Marks. Let me hold a Harris Hawk. Oh, best day of my life so far. That's cool. I would be scared to help. I would definitely be scared. I mean, I guess they would give you the glove and everything. And it's not like I think the bird is gonna like savagely attack you, but they got some pretty intense talons on them. If they land wrong, I would be afraid that it would just like try and land on my head and it would get stuck in my hair, and then I would just like lose half my scalp because I would be like, oh no, there's a falcon on my head. It would like, I respect people that can handle animals like that, and I accept that I am not one of them. I will happily watch someone else who is qualified and experienced to do that. Post bunny pics on Discord if you want to see your bun self's parents. I rescue and raise bunnies for places like retirement homes. So no worries, every bunny having a good life. You must be a Disney princess. I'll have to check that out. Alright, so that was attempt number 12. Do I not get a bonus roll? Maybe there's different coins for bonus rolling this one. Maybe it's not the same currency. So let's check real quick if, let's check to see if Galleon's up. Second one was changing my undead mage into a horde. Oh, Nightborn? Have you given up on the Brontosaur? Never. How could you suggest that? I would never give up on my Longboy. We're just taking our time. I've been making a little bit more gold. I finally got past my hard stuck 1.6 or whatever million. We're up to 1.9 in a bit. I have been making I've actually flipped something. Something actually sold yesterday, which was a good start. And I've been ramping up my investments a little bit, so hopefully we're moving along. I'm not in a big hurry. I don't need it this month. I don't even necessarily need it this expansion, but it's nice to have goals. I hate that they put heritage armor in because I have to get all of it now. I play goblins. Fish camp. $100 says next BlizzCon no one asks, you don't have votes. I'm gonna be a little sad if the presentations get like a little bit more boring and like super scripted, and we get less of just like genuine devs talking to people, because when you get off script devs talking to people, there are opportunities for people to ask why we don't have phones, or to ask whether or not we have phones. But that's also when a lot of the great conversation happens. So I hope that they don't sanitize it too much in attempts to avoid a scandal. And I'm sure that they know what they did. I don't think anybody's surprised. They should have just announced the game at China Joy. They were there, like, China Joy happened not that long before BlizzCon, assuming that it was ready, or like they had a demo or something to show. They should have just showed it then. Like, China would have, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm assuming it would have gone over better there than here. And then it just wasn't the right announcement for BlizzCon. Fled is doing his thing. Imagine if someone was able to get 700 or 1k mounts. What is the maximum amount of mounts people can get right now? I know it's a lot. I know there's people that have a lot more mounts than me. I am a casual collector at best. Could I catch up playing solo on a new account? I would think so. See if you can get an answer on what happened to the account, though. Oh, I logged in the wrong character. New cam arrangement is pro. I want to set up one more scene that's got like my camera and then a browser, so that if I'm like Googling birds or whatever, I can have that on screen. But I would just need to be really careful with it because, you know, you don't want to accidentally put something on stream that you're not ready for. But it would be nice to set it up. What would you do if I donated $1,000? I would probably be kind of nervous because that's a lot of money and you really shouldn't. That doesn't sound like a smart decision. Also, I don't think you can. I think YouTube caps super chat. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my warrior. That's the one. It's a very nice thought, though. Beta question. I have wanted a 10-gallon tank. Top tank filter, but the water seems cloudy soon after changing it. Something I can do to help that. So if it's cloudy right after you change it, that's pretty normal. When you do a water change, you're going to kick up a lot of debris that might be in the tank. You'll never get all of the debris out, and you don't want to over clean it to trying to do that. So it's pretty, as long as it settles down and it's clear after that, then it's fine. Like as long as it's settled down within like half an hour or so. If you are still concerned about it, then what I would do is I would get some filter floss, and I'll show you what I mean. So it's basically polyester fiber. You can also get this. It's basically like couch cushion stuffing. This one is marketed for aquariums, but as long as it's not like scented or something, it's all the same stuff. And you put some of this in, you like tear off a bit and you put it in your filter. And it's like a very fine, it'll filter out fine particles for you. You can squeeze it out in tank water when you water change it to try and clean it, or because it's cheap and you don't need very much of it. If you get a big bag like that, it'll last you forever. You can just change it out whenever it's kind of dirty. And I find using filter floss like that in my filters helps polish my water a lot. Like if I was having problems with water, with particles in my water, adding some of that to my filter and keeping it clean does a real good job. I don't think we have any more info about Crucible of Storms. My third race change will likely be my undead warrior into a Zildazar troll. Zandalar troll, since I have no trolls and 3 undead. Okay, let me try and get to the top of this thing. I can sometimes do it like with my peripheral vision while I'm reading chat, but clearly today is not one of those days. There we go. You know what's missing from the tank is an Inzoth figurine. I have been going for more natural themed decor in his tanks. To like natural, we got the coconut hut. We got some river stones. We got some real plants. But an Inzoth figurine. I figure if I want a fish literally named Inzoth at one point. I haven't decided what kind of fish that should be. Alright. So that's it for that's it for Zul'Gurub runs for today. No luck, maybe next week. Which key do you have bound to spawn boss? I want to race change my Night Elf Druid to Worgen. Shadow Meld is so good. What do I do? You don't. Shadow Meld's really good. You're right. You don't want to do it. I wouldn't do it. Getting to see an owl, preferably a barn owl up close, is something on my bucket list. Ren fairs often have bird shows where you can see the birds in person. That's where I've been the closest to owls, generally speaking. I've been to my share of Ren fairs, and there's not every time, but a lot of the times there's a bird show. This one uses Throne of Thunder coins. That would be why. Oh no! Oh well. My bad. Next time. Have you gotten any more magical stones? Magical stones. You mean like for my aquariums? Or am I missing something? Magical stones. I don't have a cell phone, so of course I don't play games in them. Is it a popular opinion that phone games are super exciting? Not in the West. Not in the West. Mobile games are very popular. As far as I know, at least the public opinion is that mobile games are very popular in East Asian countries. Most notably China, which Blizzard has a big market share in right now. So that's the initial drive. They are somewhat popular around here, but not nearly the extent as they are in China. What do you think about doing an all my transmogs vids? Oh, like all my I thought you meant like all the transmog I've collected. Love seeing different people's mogs and characters. I want to see yours. That might be kind of fun. It wouldn't be super high up on the list because it's not information that really helps anybody. I can show you, I can give you a little tour right now. So she is in the skimpiest top I could find because I wanted to show off her tattoos, but I don't particularly like that set. That's my warrior. It's kind of like a bronzy warrior thing. She normally wears the bandit gear, but, oh, sorry, hang on. Let's go back. I'll do that again. Sorry. Tattoo armor. Bronze warrior with her big bronze sword. My rogue typically wears bandit armor, but she is all dressed up for Lunar Festival right now. My monk is confused about her life. We don't know. She's wearing pajamas, basically. Also not super happy with that set. It's okay. That's a weird cloak. I like my warlock gear. Those shoulders are not the shoulders that are meant to go with it. She got a shoulder upgrade, obviously, but I really like this robe. Partly because of the very deep V, but you know. We wear things online we can't get away with in real life. My Death Knight is just wearing whatever the heck that is. Monk. Warlock. I like this hunter set. I like asymmetrical shoulders. And again, apparently I like low cut tops on my female characters. But I like that one. It fits nicely in the waist. She's got like lots of extra straps on her pants just to keep them on, I suppose. And then, that's my Void Elf. I like that set. There's, questing gear from Legion, I believe, mixed with Nighthold stuff. And then I think that's a Highmaul staff. Not 100% though. Might be a Warlord staff. My mage wears the green spider dress and has a jewel crafted staff featuring a monocle because that's my bank alt character. My druid changes. She usually wears PvP gear. I'll go back to her in a second. This is my priest. She's wearing the Darkshore cloth set, which is the current season PvP set. And I'm going to keep that on for a while because I love that her helmet matches the helmet piece on my new priestess's min saber. But I'll log into this and I'll show you the set that I often like, my druid set. Thanks for the fishy advice. I'll be getting some filter floss today. It does a good job at polishing the water. We have 225 gallons, 10% water change once a week. More than that can shock the fish. Depends on your fish. And depends on the water parameters too. Like if your water is changing pH in the aquarium, like if the pH of your water is different coming out of the tap than it is in the aquarium, then you do want to do very gradual water changes because you don't want to swing the pH. But if your aquarium is pretty pH neutral and you can pH match and temperature match your water, then doing a larger water change is less dangerous. It also depends on how sensitive the fish you have are. With like my minnows and with a betta fish, you can, as long as your pH and your temperature are the same, you can do a pretty big water change. They won't notice. But with a delicate fish, you definitely don't want to do that. So I was going to go ahead and do this. pH testing is really easy to do. Any liquid test kit's going to have a pH test. And it's the fastest one. You don't even have to wait for it to change color or anything. You just like drop the stuff in and check the color and you're good. Okay, so this is the set that I'm wearing now. I often wear, not that one. These are just different PvP sets I have saved. That's like my Hazel set. Typically she'll have a polearm on that is, I don't have a staff equipped right now, so I can't show you, but it's the Warlord's one that has like a bunch of teeth. It's like a big bone jaw thing with a bunch of teeth. It's like a big polearm. But I like this. It's got the skimpy Thunderlord chest guard. That is the Dwarven Bunker leather top from Warlords. And then we got a PvP helmet that I like, covers her eyes. I was into the Bird Box Challenge before it was cool. Matching shoulders. The kilt is from the Zul'Farrak. That's the Zul'Farrak kilt. So you've got like the open thighs on it. And because it's a kilt and it's not part of the robe, you don't have to like worry about what your pants are, so you actually get that open thigh. Bracers don't matter for that set. I don't know what's happened here. I've made some mistakes. But bracers don't matter for that set. And then the belt. This belt does clip, which I don't like. I don't like that the waist part of it clips, but I do like how high up. I like that it's got this like big waist wrap band that I just like with that set. I feel like covering up her midriff while still leaving the rest of her back open makes it kind of balances out the look. I've worn that Mog on and off for years now. Aquarium stones. I think I'm pretty much done with those for now. I think I have what I've done. I'll show you guys the minnow tank. So if we like come over here, and then we go down here, and here, and that, and then we switch over to here. So that's the minnow tank. You can see I've got it like banked up on the back left-hand corner, and then those stones that I showed you are kind of adorning that bank. I'm not like super in love with that look, but I think it will look better if the plants fill in. If I ever in the future decide to add injected CO2 to that aquarium, then I would probably add like some, like a carpeting plant up that hill that could kind of like get in and around the rocks that I think would look better. But for now, that's kind of what we're working with. But all of those rocks that I showed you are in there. A couple of the older rocks are actually underneath that hill that are helping support it to be up that tall. I glued some on top of each other to make like rock supports to help keep to bank up that side of the tank, because that's the one thing. Obviously it looks kind of silly like this, especially because I just have a huge clump of moss in there, but that's one thing that can help. Like one of the first things that I see in aquascaping tips is to vary the height as much as you can, because if you just have like a flat bottom with like different stuff in it, that's a look that you see a lot in like really. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you're doing nature aquascapes, nature isn't flat like that often. And you can add a sense of scale or something like that. I'm talking out of my butt. But you can add more of a sense of scale and dynamicness and, again, making stuff up. But I read online that you're supposed to have different height points. So that's what's going on with that. I want the Olduar preset. Looks perfect for a disc priest. Audio is crackly and breaky. I might be too excited. I might need to turn it down a little more. Love the mogs. Thanks for sharing. How do you get all your transmogs to look cool? I mean, cool is very subjective. It might look cool to me. Some people might hate it. You just try different pieces. I would say don't get too hung up on which pieces of a set are supposed to go together. I usually start with one thing that I really like. Like I'll start with a robe or a piece of shoulders or one helmet. And then I'll go through the rest of my stuff and try to find things that match color-wise. I usually go by color, and I just start with one piece and try and find different things that I like with them. I would buy BFA now if you're gonna play it. If you're trying to catch up on the entire expansion's worth of content at the end of it, you're gonna have a lot to do. There's a lot going on now that I would, if I were you, I would sub now, try and catch up so that you are ready for the new stuff when it comes out. Yeah, I have most of the TCG mounts. I have most of them. I'm afraid I missed the stream. What's up, so kitty? We are wrapping it up. I am just about done. Transmogs are often just finding certain sets I like best and getting all of them. Also a valid strategy. I like that with the sets, they'll save them. So if I just wanted to mog, if I've collected a whole set and I just wanted to mog it, it's like right here. It's ready. So most of the sets I've collected on my Druid or PvP sets, my Priest has more. But like if I just wanted to put that on, it's ready to go. Look at that. Love that. That was a Legion PvP set. Audio sounds great to me. I'll have to double check the VoD and see what's going on with that. I'm more frustrated with the camera freezing issue. I can't believe that happened again. I'm mad. But I'll figure it out. Alright, I'm done, thanks. I'm done, thanks. Bye. Are those the words? I have more words. They're supposed to be nicer. Thank you guys for watching and for these super chats. Appreciate you guys a whole lot. I will be back with another stream on Friday. I'm going to publish the VoD like normal because, like I said, I have changed my mind. But if you want to catch up on the VoDs that were not published, they are still available in the Hazel's Stream VoDs playlist, which you can get to from my main channel page. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day.